So let me ask you, and I want us to be very, very honest here. Is there any problem President William Ruto having a dialogue meeting with the Chief Justice Martha Koome to solve the increasing cases of corruption in the judiciary, derailing President William Ruto's development agenda and his manifesto for the people of the Republic of Kenya? Is there any problem with that? In my next analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I will be able to explain to you why Raila Odinga and the Azimio La Umoja One Kenya Alliance supporters and leaders have suddenly panicked. Raila Odinga is currently in total fear. Raila is sweating and shaking in total frustrations. Immediately, the Chief Justice Martha Koome wrote to invite President William Ruto for a dialogue meeting to solve these matters. You know, Raila Odinga thought that he had taken over the judiciary to frustrate President William Ruto and also to use the judiciary to sabotage President William Ruto's development projects. By doing so, Raila Odinga was clearly on a mission to counter President William Ruto ahead of the 2027 general election. So just imagine, millions and millions of Kenyans are currently missing key development agenda of this government simply because of the selfish political interest of a single person. Just imagine that. But after President William Ruto's recent bold move, you can clearly tell that Raila Odinga is completely cornered. And that is why he is complaining about Martha Koome having a dialogue meeting with President William Ruto. So I will be able to explain to you the most interesting facts about all these issues. So make sure you don't miss out. And the only way to do that is by ensuring that you have subscribed to this channel if you haven't, and also make sure that you have activated all the notifications in this channel. So let us go straight into the main topic of this analysis here. And I want us to talk about this issue. Let me just show you on the screen. The headline says, Ishara Azimio Yazimia. You know, Yazimia simply means kuzimia, meaning the signs that clearly shows that Azimio La Umoja One Kenya Alliance has collapsed. The signs that Azimio La Umoja One Kenya Alliance will not make it ahead of the 2027 general election, meaning it is completely dead. And you can clearly see these photos of Raila Odinga and Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Now, when you observe these photos very keenly, you will agree with me that these leaders are not happy, which signifies the fallout, the disagreements between these two leaders within the Azimio La Umoja One Kenya Alliance. So Kalonzo Musyoka, who is also fed up completely with Raila Odinga, recently dropped a major bombshell by saying that he is not willing, he is not ready to support Raila Odinga again ahead of the 2027 general elections. Let me read for you this article. It says, Kalonzo Musyoka naye asema hayuko tayari kuunga yeyote tena kwa urais 2027. And I guess Raila Odinga was not happy with Kalonzo Musyoka's recent political moves. And that is why Raila recently threatened to craft a new alliance, a new political formation ahead of the 2027 general elections. But in my considered opinion, ladies and gentlemen, it does not matter how many political formations, how many alliances Raila Odinga will craft, because the fact is Raila Odinga will still lose if he will contest for the presidential bid. You know, previously, before the 2022 general elections, or a few days to the previous 2022 general elections, Azimio La Umoja One Kenya Alliance used to brag so much because it was actually the largest political formation compared to the Kenya Kwanza Alliance, which had only less than 23 political affiliated parties. But currently, as we speak, ladies and gentlemen, Azimio La Umoja One Kenya Alliance is only left with two political parties, the ODM party and the Wiper political party. The rest of the elected leaders, the rest of the affiliated parties allied to the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance have rejected Raila Odinga completely. That reminds me, when William Ruto was campaigning ahead of the previous 2022 general election, he said this, that this time round, millions of Kenyans will turn out and majority of them will vote against political deceit, will vote against the politics of deceit, the politics of conmanship, politics of betrayal. And indeed, the leaders who used to run this kind of politics, Raila Odinga, Uhuru Kenyatta, and the rest, were voted out massively by millions and millions of Kenyans. So these leaders, of course, went to the opposition. But the saddest truth is that these leaders continued with this kind of politics within the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance, or rather the opposition. And that is one of the reasons as to why Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance is dead, because majority of the leaders there are also fed up. But the main question here is, which makes the topic of this particular analysis, is this: what are these signs that clearly shows that Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance has collapsed? I know that there are very many signs which we can all identify, but let me just mention for you just a few of them. But before that, just a quick reminder that in case you are listening to me up to this point and you haven't subscribed to this channel, I'm requesting you to please just take a second or two and subscribe. You can also give this video a like. If you do that, YouTube will automatically recommend this channel and this particular video to reach out to others. To my returning subscribers also, I really want to appreciate you guys for your continued support, because without your support, this channel cannot be where it is currently. And that is why I don't take that support for granted. You can also get notifications, updates from YouTube itself immediately I post a video on this channel by simply activating all the notifications in this channel by pressing the notification bell. Having said that, now let us go straight into the details. What are these signs that shows that Azimio has collapsed? Number one, Raila Odinga is so desperate on holding on to the Wiper Party leader, Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. If you have taken your time to study Raila Odinga's recent politics, you can clearly tell that he does not want Kalonzo Musyoka to leave. Raila Odinga is still holding on, is still forcing himself into Kalonzo Musyoka's politics. And the main reason as to why Raila Odinga is doing this is because Kalonzo Musyoka is the only leader, the only politician he has been left with. If Kalonzo Musyoka will defect from Raila Odinga's political camp, then Raila Odinga will not have any other choice apart from retiring from politics. So let us wait and see how things will turn out to be. Number two, the disagreements, leaders boycotting Raila Odinga's meetings. There is no unity in Azimio. There is bitter confrontation. There is the political fallout, the split within Azimio, the violence that we are seeing within the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance. This is also part of the signs that clearly tells that Azimio has collapsed. It has got no future ahead of the 2027 general election. Azimio has got no political future ahead of the 2027 general election. And finally, let me ask you, how many political parties are still existing within Azimio? Just like I had said it earlier on, it is only left with only two affiliate parties, ODM and the Wiper Party. The rest of the leaders, elected leaders, the rest of the affiliate parties have rejected Raila Odinga, and that is why they defected from the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance. Let me ask you, do you think that there is any possibility of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance making it to the 2027 general elections? Your guess is as good as mine. The answer is no. Let us wait and see how things will unfold. Thank you so much for listening to me up to this point. I don't have much. Please don't forget subscribe to this channel. Let me see you again in my next analysis. Bye bye.